Coolio. Right. Okay. So we have Hyper versus Yara as the new pair of games given to me a couple of days ago. That's what we were waiting on Monday night. I said there was one more set of games we played, and that's that. We streamed 7 series on Monday, which means if I can count, there are 5 left. We did not do Stromberg versus Milkman. So let's work from the bottom and do Stromberg versus Milkman, and then work our way up to the final game set. What do we got? We got a Soviet versus Rapid Response. Both same factions, both games. Ho 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 ho.
Battle control initialized.
Right. So I need to move my overlay because on the wrong damn side. Ah, it's not. Sort of is. Never mind. We'll survive. Okay, so Stromberg and Milkman. I have some bios for these guys. Milkman, from Germany, 37. Been playing Combined Arms for 3 years. But only tournaments recently. Eagle. That's it. Yeah. Eagle Corps. Rapid Reaction Force. Yeah. It's his favorite faction, so that'll be why he picked that. This is what we read the other day. Random fact, Milkman was one of the leading German language internet experts on Japanese pro wrestling while he was a teenager. As Stromberg, he's also 37, from China, and his favorite faction is Russia. So we've got both players playing their favorite faction, both equally old, and so slow. Unlike some of the new blood, unlike some of the fresh-faced teenagers who have entered the tournament. It'll be interesting to see how much of a difference that makes. We joke about it. It shouldn't make too much of a difference, but it is something that unfortunately happens, right? You know, some of these players are double the age of other players, and reaction times will be a little bit slower, but maybe the experience will prove more important. Anyway, Eagle, we have Pitbulls, we have Auroras, which I'm not sure we will see. Over MLRS, we probably won't see. Hover Mammoth, probably won't see. Orca Afterburner, we might see. Is that a reference to me? Yes, Thunder. It is, in fact, a reference to you, to YFab, who's also 18, and to who is 16? Somebody here was 16. I've got to be careful what I say about them. Sir. Player who calls himself Sir. Themselves Sir. Yeah. In fact, there's a teenager from China, a teenager from America, and a teenager from Europe. So we'll see which continent has the strongest new generation. Anyway, Russia obviously with its with the Tesla tech. We saw Legato with a very nice Kirov at the end of last stream. I'm making some very nice moves. But yeah, so Boatman, Stromberg, BTR Grenadier. That was his MO in the last tournament. I mentioned this last stream, but yes, and this is something else he does almost every single game. He builds a kennel, builds a couple of dogs. I can't remember if he tends to sell this or not. I don't think so. It does mean that you need an extra power plant at one point. Keep an eye on that power. Because that costs 10 power, I believe. Yeah. So we have the dog, we have the NG. We have 4 oils on this map. 1, 2, 3, 4. Milkman going with 2 engineers up here. He should get this. No, that's a medic, excuse me. And the medic's gonna die first, and then that's gonna die. Yeah, so War Factory's coming out, but he's on 90 power. Milkman is quite far behind. I guess he was microing the imp. The dog lost the engineer. Oh no, sorry, blue. Okay, yeah. See, Stromberg sold a refinery to make room for the War Factory, which I think is 30 power. Yeah, 30 power. A refinery, I believe, is 20. So if he didn't have that, he would have been on 100 out of 100. He's on 200 power. Never mind. I'm an idiot. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Clearly, it's a very interesting shade of blue. Sort of a camouflage style. Yeah, I can't count. I can't read, apparently. Grenadiers BTRs. Fucking called it. Absolutely called it. First game of the tournament. Grenadier BTR. I can't follow that for some reason, but I'm going to have a drink to celebrate my correctness. Right. Let's just pause it and have a look and see what's around. What is on the map? I'm an idiot. Was the first thing I heard when you joined. Perfect. I had a comeback for that, and then I forgot it. But it was really smart. Now the Humvee might be able to do something here, but I'm not convinced. Depends if it gets moved. There is zero vision of this. This is what the players see at the moment. Okay, it's just been spotted. What's the reaction? Rax goes down. Oh, the AGT was there! Not the AGT, the GT. Absolutely huge. Absolutely huge. But the power will go down. He is low power. Is he about to lose everything? Yeah, he's about to lose both power plants. This is huge. Behind this, what have we got? Infantry ball coming out. Is he gonna get a ref? Look at that. Look at that pressing X. Oh, he's trying to... That's the GT. But I said Stromberg would do this. Stromberg did it. I can predict the future. I'm basically God. That is what the conclusion we can draw from this. In other news, 1-0 for Stromberg, 2 for Milkman. Stromberg's obviously moved. Milkman has moved is moving. Sorry, but he is quite far behind. Gonna try and destroy this. He should get it just in time. Problem is, if he loses this army, he's got nothing. Yeah, he's gonna have to run, actually. I'm a little bit worried that he might lose his army and end the game anyway. Interesting MCV placement for Stromberg as well, actually. Milkman did what I thought would be the sense, what most players would do, which is just build out here. Is he trying to get a wrap around? Yeah, he is trying to get behind. He's got a couple of medics, but he's got no AT. There's the AT. There's the second Rax. Tanks and Humvees come in but go down. The guard tower is nice. Acts as a nice bit of a damage sponge as well, actually. No repairs. As for production, mediums coming out. More guard towers, but with nothing to support the guard towers, you're not going to get very far. And this might be it. Good GT placement, actually. If he targets the... Is he gonna do this? Wow. Pretty good value. He saves the harvesters as well. Yeah, problem is there's no anti-tank. He's slaughtering the inf. Why no repairs? A guard tower there, if it can be fit, probably can't. But that would be huge. Unfortunately, the rocket troopers are being rally pointed to their death. Behind all this, Stromberg, what is he doing? He's just expanding, getting eco out. Kind of not doing very much, actually. Still on 1 war, 2 racks. Right, it's a very solid eco. Oh. That's a bit of a fuck you. And no guard tower. Unfortunately. No build radius down here. I think this might be over. We have the troop crawler out. Give that bonus to him. Rax goes down. And there's the GG. Good try. Very nice hold up there by Milkman.
Battle control terminated.
But yeah, let's see what he does in game 2. I mean, again, would the result have been different if the BTR Grenadier push hadn't come in? We don't know. Did it help? Absolutely. Absolutely it did. That was game 2. Sorry, I got these the wrong way around. So we'll do game 1 now.
Battle control initialized.
Am I in the CA tourney? God, no. Heavens, no. No. I don't play multiplayer much anymore these days. Not competitively. I played a bit of multiplayer Combined Arms with some of the guys back when I first started playing Combined Arms. But I can't. I don't play enough multiplayer. I don't have a desire. I don't have a drive to do multiplayer in games, really. Not competitive multiplayer. It's to avoid damage from the Tiberium. Doesn't appear to be doing any actual damage. This is bad. 3 down to 1 so far. And the dog is gonna help. There we go. Dog scouts all of this. This circle is like a radar for infantry. So the dog can so if we look at, see that? Out he goes down. So Stromberg could see where most of these infantry were. He knows they're somewhere up here. There we go. Engineer will cap this. 3 oils, 1 in the middle, 1 top, 1 bottom. Top one will get up there. And I guess, yeah. Milkman does decide that, I mean, obviously the top one is close to Stromberg's base. The Milkman decides to go for the bottom oil. And this is a lot of rifles. 21 of them to be exact. Now Stromberg goes for the second ref. Excuse me, what? Power racks. Third ref, excuse me. That's why I'm slightly confused. I don't quite know why he did that. Probably because he's going heavy imp, actually. It's the only real reason to do that. In the short term, a ref is a faster way of getting a harvester out and building a war factory. Now these Humvees can do damage here, but he's got to kind of wait till, got to go in and target them. And he's got to micro that, but it doesn't look like he's got any desire to actually save the oil. He does need a guard tower, I think. Yeah, the man has one already. Stromberg, no war factory, double racks. What have GDI got to deal with infantry at this stage of the game? MLRS? We need a radar for that. Something I do when going through replays, I add an underscore to the ones I've watched. Oh, that's a good point. I did make a note of it though. I made a note of the ones I watched on Monday. Vulcans, of course. This is an awful lot of imp. $7,500 of imp. I wouldn't have moved this. Okay, this is kind of genius. This is kind of genius. It might be a little bit too far out, but you can still put guard towers there. I would be placing them, dude. Milkman, I wouldn't save them. You're gonna need more than one, my guy. Like, place it and build a second, please. There we go. There we go. And yeah, that's got just about got the range. Gotta pull the Harvey back. Oh, that Harvey's pathing around. Save that one. The tank working pretty well there. Harvester coming in for the squish. Can it get much? Not really. It works as a distraction, I guess. Now, the reinforcements weren't rally pointed into the fight. So, Milkman loses a harvester. And 2 mediums. Let's have a look here. Harvesters 4 each. With Stromberg moving to the second expansion, I suppose. Getting his third eco base up. Yeah. Okay, there is at least one guard tower here. Milkman obviously still on his second expansion and hasn't even got the ref down yet. There we go. This is gonna hurt. Okay. Scared of a single guard tower. And he reveals himself. Rockets at the front. There's a lot of medium tanks. Oh, you don't want to go that way, my guy. You don't want to go that way. Yep. Click away, click away. Oof. There's not enough anti-inf. I would be rally pointing here. That way you can react and go north, or you can react and go south if Stromberg decides to change his mind. Okay, radar's out. Troop crawler coming from Stromberg. Upgrades? What have we got? Infantry doctrine, of course we have. Of course we have. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Because by the time Stromberg attacks, the weakest part of, the weakest part of Milkman's base is by far the south. You can build up here. There's already two here. Two guard towers here, and he can build a few more. In the south, there's basically nothing. And he also has no visibility down here. Stromberg is okay. He's gonna build a ref, but I expect we'll see a Rax come out down here and slam in to the bottom. Okay, you started to go in. Oh, going home to defend. Yep, there's the third Rax. Now he knows. Now Milkman knows. Milkman's out of position. His entire unit movement, apart from a few tanks around the back, was in reaction. Was in reaction to Stromberg. He never tried to anticipate where he would be. I think that really hurt him. But it was some nice gameplay. Stromberg is a pretty nasty player to go up against. And so, yeah, if this was game one, then fair enough. Milkman didn't go, Stromberg didn't go for his signature BTR Grenadiers, but he did in game two. Milkman, aware of this, which is why he pre-built guard towers. Right, let me make a note that I've cast that one. There we go. All right, Altera versus 2FA we have done. We did it on Monday. The Gato versus Grey Armor we did on Monday. And Nico versus Thunder we did on Monday. Sir versus Cecile? I don't know. Is an RA player, so won't be that used to playing against so much infantry with so few vehicles. So you missed the other stream. Leggy, not a problem, my guy. I streamed the I streamed your game towards the end of that, actually. Excellent Kirov. Very nice to see a Kirov at the end. Do you like the yeah, absolutely love the Tesla Kirov, especially at the end with the Kirov just bombing the line of infantry. Very slick, very stylish. Cecile is a girl, yes, but I don't know if this individual is a girl called Cecile or a guy called Cecil. Well, Cecil is a quite old-timey English name, so whereas Cecile is a there's no girls on the internet. Come on, it's a dude. Yeah, well, that's why I mentioned it. Also, it's
battle control.
It's a dude. Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce their name, so I will use both. I will refer to this individual as Cecil and Cecile. Format for this tournament: Swiss style format. 5 rounds. I don't know how they're paired. How the players are being paired. But they play 5 1v1s. Against random people. Or is it skill based? I'm not entirely sure. And once that's done, you get a point for winning a game. And you don't get a point for losing a game. So once all 5 rounds are done, players will have played 5 sets, which is 10 games, and the 8 players with the most points, with the most wins, will play in a double elimination tournament. So, Sir and Cecile will both play 5 sets, 10 games, and yeah. If you lose 2 games in a row, you can still win the next 4 and come out with 8 out of 10 points, which is probably going to put you in the top 8 out of 22 players, 24 players. Can't quite remember. So yeah, I'm going to assume it's 24 players. In fact, I would know if I'd actually counted. I seeded them as best I could, but Swiss is sort of like self-adjusting groups based on results, so it should end up with hopefully quite evenly matched rounds. Nice. Okay, I knew there was some some grouping and skill-based matchmaking involved, but I wasn't quite sure how it worked or how it was specifically going to work. Now, Cecil has gone for. I'm not referring to this person as I'm bad, because it's not going to make any sense. Cecil's gone France, Battle Fortress, Grand Cannon. Sarah's gone Ukraine, Siege Tanks, Crazy Islands. You don't see Ukraine very often, actually. Oh, I should have said about Sir. I didn't mention him earlier. He's been playing Combined Arms for 5 or 6 months. And he doesn't really have a favorite faction. Phil see the round 2 matchups after he's finished casting round 1. Yes. I don't know if they've been done. Round 1 only concluded on Monday night. Or Tuesday morning, depending on your time zone. So it depends if Dark's done the matchups yet. Nice try by Cecile. But no, he wasn't gonna get anything there. You've yet to do your games. You've done your round 1 games though, Thunder. I cast it. Yeah. No, Dupin meant the matchup stuck. Like the pairings for round 2. Yeah, no one's done there. I don't know what the matchups for round 2 are, Thunder. I don't know who's playing who, and that's what Dupin is saying. Like it would be nice to know what the matchups are. Anyway, movement out of Sarah on the right. Movement forwards from Cecil on the bottom, and hopefully by next time I will have a definitive name for this person. Give him out the round 1 images. Awesome. Thanks, Doc. There is a final score tally as well. Not that it will mean much. All the players will have 0, 1, or 2 points, but I can show that afterwards. I haven't looked at it yet myself. Okay. Cess was building a turret. Did he place it there? Or did he cancel it by moving? This is a scrappy game. I don't know who this person is. I don't know what their experience is. But neither of these guys, this doesn't look like a normal game. Like, I mean, if we just look at the power for Sir, that's not normal. The army is, but they're both being quite passive. I like this. Like, there's obviously some experience here. This is trauma. This is absolutely trauma. But at the same time, against Soph. If you're against Nod, then maybe this would make sense. But against Soviet. They don't get paradrop tanks, do they? No, just regular paratroopers. So this might be a bit of a late game. Do we do player intros? You missed it due to work. Cool. I know nothing about Cecil or Cecile. Otherwise known as I am bad at this. And yeah, it could be Cecil or Cecile. And Sir up here is 16 years old from California and has been playing for 6 months. And he doesn't have a favorite faction. Because he doesn't know them well enough. Sarah's not a player. Yeah, I mean this looks like somebody who knows and who's played enough. He's a young one and he's quite good. Like it looks like he knows what to do. Why is Open RA so popular in NA? I don't know. Yeah, this pink, purple, burgundy, Cecile, I want to say looks like a Red Alert 2 player. Or a maybe not Tib Wars, but like one of the more base games. Things like this and like this. I don't think I've ever seen this in a combined arms like multiplayer game. And that's a lot of IFVs. Oh, this is sneaky. This is sneaky. Oh, wait, hang on. Ukraine gets Kirov cluster bombs. Nah, he doesn't have Kirov cluster bombs. We've got the defense policy? What? 10% building HP. Everybody so far has gone for the veterancy policy. Oh, it's not an upgrade? Oh, it's just a passive? Okay. 20% building HP, 40% repair rate, 20% defense repair rate. Okay. And then defensive weapon damage. Entrenchment. Yeah, everyone so far who's ever played Allies has gone for XP. Like the veterancy path. Just sitting in his base with me. Yeah, I mean he's chosen the right faction, France. But I mean this leads me even more to believe that he's a Red Alert 2 player. Wait, what happened to the audio? There we go. Jesus Christ! That AoE! I mean, I only guess the ref, I guess, but... And he can rebuild it. Grey Armor! How's it going, buddy? I cast your game on Monday. I edited the message in Discord. I'll do the same tonight when I finish streaming. I'll put the YouTube live link up instead of the Twitch link. Is there anything in this? There's 3 things in this. It might be Ivan's. So yeah, nice games versus Legato. Tough opponents to play against, man. Mines? What? Power, cluster mines. Fair enough. Well, that's one harvester dead. Siege tanks. Normal Grey Armor, it was 5 years ago. Killed Army. Yeah, I mean, you might get another, actually. Okay, we finally have a fight. One thing to note, Okay. Sir is kind of taking advantage of how passive Cecil is, but not a huge amount. The Iron Curtain is a great choice here. Excellent fucking choice. I heard a Boris somewhere. I don't know if Boris is still alive. I don't know if Boris is still alive. Oh, no, he is there. I don't know why I was looking at the allied player for Boris. Siege tanks. I mean, the thing is, like, pillboxes and turrets just aren't that good against a mass army. Half the music volume. Dude, we had so much issues. We had so many issues with the music volume. I have so many issues with the fucking volume. But you see how much of a difference it makes? Like, that's half volume. And I moved it sort of 15%. But yeah, I'll turn it down. And I'm pretty sure different soundtracks are different volume as well. Test the Troop is doing a great fucking job there. In fact, I'll just turn myself up. There we go. That's easier. I'm sure you all love to hear the dulcet tones of my voice. Of the yak attack. And this is absolutely GG at this point. Nice try. But Cecil Cecile just a little bit too passive. Well, very too passive actually. God, kind of defenses. I mean, it's a singular pillbox and a singular turret. Should have gotten tech. I mean, yeah. Oh, you were watching this game, Leggy. I saw that on Monday, and I hate that joke. It's so bad. It's like 3 layers of joke shoved into a dad joke. Like to make a dad level joke. It's terrible. Terrible wordplay. Anyway. Game 2 of Sir versus DM'd. Oh, okay. Did I miss it? I've absolutely missed it. All right, it is a Cecile. It is a Cecile. Let me copy text. All right, Cecile is from Indonesia. Has played Combined Arms for a few months. But RA since early pandemic. I don't know if that means open RA or red alert. Since 2020. Favorites, I only play France. I play France, only France. And Cecile also says that she is one of, if not the weakest player in the tournament, probably. So I won't be too harsh on it. I won't be too harsh. You've always got to give a round of applause to those people who haven't been playing very long and enter tournaments. You know, not expecting to win, but want to do it because they think it'll be fun. And hopefully it is fun. And also just want to sort of, you got to start somewhere, right? Everybody's first tournament or everybody who's ever played in a tournament had a first tournament. Got to start somewhere. So let's see how they did in game 2. Very French. Open RA most likely. I don't know, man. Like the base defenses, the trio of base defenses looked quite a lot like Red Alert Remaster. And if she started playing in early COVID, that would make sense for Red Alert Remaster, right? Because that's when it came out. The build order is good though. Has a pillbox ready. I like that. I think everybody should put a pillbox down like somewhere like there, maybe. Again, I'm not sure about this. Not sure about that. The comm center. Okay. I mean, that's $300 for an engineer. So still built tightly and use grand cannons and mobile gap gens on walls, you can make a very frustrating defense setup. Maybe rely on air domination, except against Soviets who will ice and kill you with funny red tanks. Yeah, that's true. That's true. The defense was like good for early game, but it just that wasn't anywhere near enough for late game, mid game. You know, you needed 5 pillboxes, a couple of grand cannons, and you know, a prism tower or 7 for it to really be a worthwhile defense. You need the pillboxes really for the anti-inf, right? Although a grand cannon would probably hit quite hard. For factions, Sir's gone any and has ended up with robotics RAC, ARC, sorry. So I would say there's nothing special in here. Not really. There's really nothing there that I think is going to play a pivotal role. Battle drone is a battle tank, obviously. Nano repair is nice. But I don't think we're going to see anything outside of that. We're probably just going to see pretty standard, solid GDI play, which is excellent. The only thing about ARC is that battle tanks with hold the line. Yes, because they're slightly better, aren't they, than regular mediums. We've got scout tanks, light tanks. Also, nano repair. That's true. That's true. And you can put a drone on it to make it even tankier. They are cheaper and with all the line they have a shield. Why do they get a shield and not the others? Wouldn't everybody else get shields as well? What makes the drone tanks? Oh, they get cheap tanks. Okay, fair. Yeah, I get you. So they would be they would be equivalent to a medium tank, but they are 10% cheaper. Oh no, it's more. It's like $150, right? We've got Vulcans coming out. Should be nice. We've gone with the defense policy upgrade again. And we've got hold the line. Hold the line. Are we going to see the mass drone tank? mean, interesting. One of you research battle drone next. You were there in this game. Oh, I thought you were trying to be smart and being like, "Ooh, I wonder if he does this. Oh, look, he did this." No, we've gone with hammerhead missiles. Hammerhead missiles. Yeah, okay, hammerhead missiles and warthogs. I thought hammerhead missiles was sidewinders for a minute. Can't be us using walls? No. No. If you're against Nod, then maybe. Right? Stealth tanks. Buggies. Stealth tanks. Bikes. Stealth tanks. Point defense system. There we go. One in front of your advanced defenses, so they take a hit, right? The A-10's coming across. We've got longbows. We've got artillery, which is nice. Do we have much to take out the Vulcans? Haven't got much. Oh, I got 4 mediums. Wait. Battle tanks are 900. Huh? Oh, yeah. He needs to do the upgrade. Ceramic armor? He's going for hogs. He's going for hogs. And we've got point defense. These are quite nice now, actually. They give the players a certain level of security. What? I didn't see that. That's heavy armor choice. IFVs. The IFVs will be good here versus the Vulcans. The IFVs will be really nice, but please load rockets inside of yeah. Don't think they benefit from point defense. They do not. Humvee does. Oh. Uh-oh. GPS. Oh! Misplay by Sir there. We've got the commander moving around the top. You don't want to advance that way. You do not want to advance up that hill. Well, we've actually got a pretty tank-heavy fight here. I don't think Sir comes away with. I don't think Cecile comes away with the win. Unfortunately, the Warhogs coming in, wiping everything else out. There is reinforcements. 12 grand of reinforcements. You're gonna have to waste the longbows. Do we have more pills? We do have more pills. And there's a battle drone. No, battle tank. That's still running around. Yeah, and not enough army. Ugly split. Yeah, it was, I don't think the split was necessarily deliberate. I think it was probably pathing. Bombs heavy, area most pointless. Yep. Not the best AA in the game. I mean, the longbow should have been used to take this out, right? If anything. But yeah, I think it was a lack of any army on any scouting as to what Sir was building. So when the fight happened, Lucille just didn't have enough to deal with it. I think as well we had a I think as well that was a little bit of an issue with yeah, both players sitting on way too much cash. We have a double war factory out from Sir, but Cecile I don't think have more than 1 racks and 1 war. But we're sitting on 5k. Money earned is about the same. But yeah, too much into longbows probably, and probably more, a little bit too much time wasted on like microing walls, building defenses. That probably sort of took away from the APM and just the attention, right, of actually building up an army. Cryo rockets. Cryo rockets, yeah, it's like a must-have for Allied. That's very true. Okay, there was a second war coming out. But it came out way too late. But there just didn't seem like that constant flow of units out of Cecile. If there had been, there would have been more of an army here. And I wonder whether that was because she was building other things and that was just taking away her micro. But anyway, nice game.
Control terminated.
Experience, lessons to be learned, experience to be gained. Sir versus Cecile, that's we just had. Right, I have oops versus Duke. I don't know anything about Duke. Oops, I don't have anything on Oops either, but I know Oops was in the last tournament. Oops did quite well, and then it kind of fell apart. I seem to remember in the last tournament. Both RA players, okay. Oops is good at CA. Yeah, exactly. Well informed. And yeah, I know enough. Yes, I know enough.
Battle control initialized.
Right. What the hell? Civilians? What is this, Bialystok? Who knows? Barrels through the middle of the map? That's nice. And Tiberium in barbed wire areas? What an interesting map. This is the first time we've seen this. It's really cool. I like a little bit of flavor on this. Very large and open. Yes. So yeah. Oops. What? Okay. Hey, oops. So yeah, oops. Like I said, I remember in the last tournament, did really well in the top bracket, and then I might be wrong, but I remember it kind of falling apart in his last few games. Now, did he go against Blackened as well in the upper bracket? I can't quite remember who kicked him out of the top bracket. But I mean, losing to Blackened is nothing to be embarrassed about. Should be illegal to pick your own map. What? How are the maps chosen, actually? Do the players pick their own map? Is that why we've been seeing the same, like, 3 maps in rotation? Because everybody's picking the same damn thing. Duke. Still sitting at home. Oops. Has this nice sort of little triangle layout here. There's a pool of 12 and each player has a pick. Got it. I know there's a pool, but everybody seems to be picking the same 4 maps. I think maybe we've seen 5 maps so far. So 1 oil for Duke, or as Americans would say, Duke. And Oops is gonna get the one in the middle, and then there's a safe oil at the back. Oh, and a hospital. Duke. Hey, Duke, what's going on? Surprised to see the map in the tournament. It's really nice to see something a bit different than the same 4 damn maps. Where's the MCV? Wait, is there something in that? Uh-oh. Which building has a hidden crate? The hidden crate? Well, Oops, Oops definitely was expecting a BTR or a Grenadier sort of wrap with this layout back home. Alright, a little bit of and we got a Gunwalker finally moving out. 5 Harveys each. Oops. Down on available cash. Why? What are we building? Is it just the amount of army that we've got so far? We're not building any tech. We're going for power. Is it just down army value? Nope. Oops is actually down in army value at the moment. Build order? Okay, he's got a nerve center. Upgrades? No? I have no idea how he's down in available cash. I mean, it's back up to about neutral now, but... Graphs? Is that 2 racks before radar? This is, in fact, 2 racks before radar, yes. Graphs? The analytics you can get are really nice. Production is sustainable? Nope. Now, did this actually get anything? Doesn't look like it. Another ref coming now. Yeah, double racks on 3 miners. That definitely ain't sustainable. We've got 5, 6. Uh-oh. Fucking Ravagers. If you're doing that, you'll want to do a timing push around. But yeah, when you hit them. Yeah, 100%. He's gone trip racks. Who was it? Who was it who, It was Trip. TTTPPP. Triple P? Triple T? Triple TP? Who, I can't remember what, can't remember how his name gets shortened, but he did something very similar versus Hans, and I'm both of his games, and I think he lost because of it. Because he was on like 3-4 harvesters, on 3 racks. And there might have been a timing attack in one of the games. Like, just about. It wasn't quite the right timing. But the other game, that definitely wasn't a timing attack. He's building double rifles. Oh no, rifles and rockets. Here's going to be our first fight. We've got Skrin Loyalists. 25% faster regrowth. Well, that's over. Of resources near colony platforms. Whoops. Why whoops? What? Because you lost your army in a... Oh, was it move command? I wasn't even paying attention. Well, I was paying attention, but I didn't even notice. I thought it was just oops wrecking. That is unfortunate. That is unfortunate. Creatures. Nice. Yeah, okay. I misclicked like that. That does suck. But it's not the end. It's not the end at all. What have we got here? Eviscerators. As soon as he 100%, 100%. The army on move command or attack move command shouldn't have been there in the first place. Just as you definitely shouldn't be here, mate. These things are busted. Interlopes are broken. Except when I use them. Then they suck. Okay. Mastermind, yeah. What else have we got coming out here? Anything in that? No. This is just going to be annoying. I love Eviscerators. I'm drawing one. The Katusha is real nice. But I think it's a bit too slow compared to MLRS. I think MLRS do win out in the end. And that's going to be game. I think even if this had been an attack move command, it wouldn't have been any different. That eco, that lost eco in the middle. Let's have a look at, yeah, earned 73 versus 65. So a whole 12% different. You want that? That's true. That's quite true. Wonder if Duke had consolidated everything and attacked in force, if it would have gone down differently. His arm value was good. It was. It was. I mean, is it
battle control terminated?
I wonder what was going through his head when he decided to put when he decided to build 3 racks. He got a 4th at one point. But he was building a 4th. And then he didn't attack. And he hit 0. I wonder if that was a plan there or not. Which one did we do? This. I didn't talk about the factions. Duke was Yuri as well. He doesn't know CA that well if he's an RA player. The economy and production is different as far as I know.
Battle control initialized.
So yeah, I didn't look at factions. They're both on any. Got Legion. Battle tank, APC. Okay. And then Traveler 69. We have the Lacerator and the Innovator. Advanced Articulators can be quite nice as well. And then we've got this nice and juicy gem patch. Now, before, when I saw this map being played, players did not put their first ref down on the gem patch. I can't remember which series this map was in. It was only been in one so far. But neither player put their ref down on the gems. And I could not understand this. Traveler 69. Did I say 69? It's because study this in the future. It was 10 gun tank versus Kree. Yeah, see? Oops has done it. I said, Duke put it next to the gems. Kree didn't. Sorry, Oops didn't. Why? It will mine out, so then it will regen. But not before the second ref comes along. See? Easy. And then you can just sell this ref. Harvester may roam. That seems like a micro problem. Yeah, skill issue by another word. It gives you a massive influx of cash at the start, right? Okay, no. He's earned 5% more. Basically nothing. Not even worth mentioning. How much do gems give you? $2K? Shut up. Yeah, I mean, I suppose Duke's kind of earning a little much smoother if you're on 2 ref on tip and 1 on gem in that order. It does in Red Alert 2, genetically, and in Red Alert 1. But I don't know about but don't know about this. Like, I get the impression, no. Don't want them desaturated. But then it regens. It doesn't regen if it's not being mined, right? Like, if it's at the start, the gem patch doesn't grow any bigger. So if you mine it, then it grows, then you get more gems in the long run. It does grow? What? I thought the gems, the tip patches just had like a fixed area that they grew in. Like, if nobody harvested anything and you just let the map play out for like an hour, the tip patches would be like the same size, right? They wouldn't grow outside of their sort of established radius. It will grow? Oh. I mean, admittedly, this is kind of bad placement because it's stopping the gems growing. Like a spice field. Yes, like a spice field. Uh-oh. Lacerators are cool. Lacerators look like something out of June. Are we not diverting anything? Yes, we are. Rockets. Okay, we've got a side attack coming. We've got radar coming out from Oops. in the 9 adjacent cells, you have full production. Okay. Basically a floating flip-flop with a cannon. Yeah. Or like one of the like double-headed electric guitars. Flying V. Yep. Or like something out of a superhero or supervillain comic book. Car. Oops. Your sneak attack has been well and truly discovered, my friend. Wait, no, this is Duke. There's no anti-tank here. What was that ever going to achieve? I felt like that could have gone in on the harvesters or something. Or when he saw the gun turrets just back off. And then maybe run. Distract Oops' army. Make him waste the time hunting you down. And here's the third Rax. Oh, what's the eco look like? 5 for Bones. 6 for Oops. Upgrades, we're looking at Loyalist again. Yeah, no, yeah, again. Advanced Articulators, Eviscerators. The Loyalist gets Eviscerators, Ruiners, Overlord's Wrath. I can't quite remember what that does. And the regrowth rate is quite nice as well. Duke. We got rockets, flamers, and minigunners. And nowhere near enough eco. And his army is very much out of position. Whoops. Army value is about the same, but he's gonna lose a good 1,000 in the retreat. Drops a meteor on the enemy army. That's right. That little bullshit attack ability. Alright. That looks like... Okay, tanks are on move command. Can any of them get into the lines? Nope. Did the humans win this? Maybe. A double Rax right where the fight is happening is definitely going to help. And then forward eyes defenses. Yup. I didn't expect Duke to win that either. And Duke's got the forward command post up top. Both players have expanded to the same number of ore fields. We've just got the top left and bottom right corners left now. Oh yeah, an oil situation. 1 oil a piece. Is it just 1 oil? Yeah. Gets that oil. Very nice. You love to see it. Oh, we got Eviscerators, Interlopers. Coming out for Oops. Recon bikes for Duke. I'm not sure about this. I feel like given where the fights have been taking place, you might as well start throwing some lasers down around here. Tank rifle rockets, I prefer fighting in the late game. Find high-tech games more interesting. I completely agree. I completely agree. How many flamers? 21. Oh, they're only anti-imp. This says anti-imp. Oh! I see they still suffer the bullshit of CNC1 though. They blow up and everybody blows up. And Oops just absolutely wraps around him. Duke is also broke. 3 racks still. Yeah, he knows. He knows. $16,000 in units. How? That's a GG. Yeah, the flame troops were a mistake. I feel like Duke just suffered the same issue there. He went too much into infantry, not enough into eco. And not enough into anti-inf. Right? Skrin does that anti-inf really, really well. Especially with the eviscerators. Like look, they were, in terms of potential, they had both expanded to the same amount. He had a really nice defensive position in the middle. Like his base was in a really nice place. Lacks game knowledge? I think so. It felt like that was the case. Like he did really well for somebody who just seemed a little inexperienced in CA. I think with a little more CA knowledge, that would have been terrifying. But that was you know, against Skrin, that was a significant lack of artillery of any kind. Micro tank could have been nice. APC certainly. And Oops is a hard opponent, 100%, 100%.
Battle control.
Oops is not somebody that you necessarily want to play against with little combined arms experience. So Oops versus Duke Bones. Okay, who else? Ah! Dark versus Kasib. Cyber Skrin might have turned the tide. Do you lose for this race? Testing this in a real game, believe it or not. Really? After this, we've got Hyper. And I think that's it. Yeah, so you've got 4 more games.
Battle
Dark.
control
Okay, so
initialized.
Dark has stepped in. Let me reread the thing. Blackened and Fabab had to drop out. So Dark filled in for Blackened and Fab. However, in round 2 and all the rounds going forwards, Sinjil and Gavin will step into those spaces. Sinjil and Gavin, I think, just couldn't play in round 1, or like when they agreed to fill in, but they wouldn't have been able to play in round 1. And so Dark stepped in to take their place. Dark's points might be added to them, or it might not be. I think that's still to be decided. So either these games just don't count at all, or they will count for Sinjil and Gavin and the opponents who played Dark. Such shame up blank. Yeah, it is. I'm sure he will just say that he didn't play so that somebody else could win. That is the classic thing to do. So yeah, Okay, so we've got Soviet Any ending up with Russia with Tesla. Dark playing Zocom. Iron Mammoths. Very nice. Exo's pretty damn nice. Sonic Towers kind of suck. Drop Pods and Surgical Strike. Not Surgical Strike. Drop Pods is nice. Okay, well, this is nasty. Dark obviously a little bit out of practice. He doesn't play or at least Dark claims he is out of practice. Sonic is fine. Yeah. Better than AGT? That's where you're wrong. It can be better. I'm a lame. Yeah, they are. Dark, no. Oh, wait, what? I didn't see that on the production tab. AGT is dog shit. Yeah. It's been a while, but I seem to remember Sonic Towers being kind of shit versus armor, and AGT's being not that shit versus armor. Alright, so Fox has sold their ref. And it's staying on one ref. Okay. Dark doing a more... Dark is also now sold his ref. Okay, fine. And they're both going for radar. So a pretty chill game. One oil each. No one's getting the comms center. I didn't see what went... Oh, that's an engineer. He'll get that. That's going to be annoying to Dark. Both of them... Wait, why is that low powered? Okay, yeah, it shouldn't be. And there's the oil cap. That's quite nice. I like that. I approve. We've got tanks coming out for both of them. Infantry coming out for Dark. Jump jets. Nice. We have shock troopers coming out. Let's see if Dark can put up any resistance. Let's see if he can stay current. See if Fox might decide to amp up the pressure. I'm sure I can come up with more. I just need a bit more time. I'm gonna carry RA Torch and Blackened. Oh, one shot. Dark's looks like he's gonna roll here. This is bad. Maybe a little too many shenanigans with these BTRs. Nowhere near enough just basic infantry produced. And there's the scout. Oh yeah, and there's Tesla coil. So Dark's expanded first. We've got the hold the line coming out from Dark. Hold the line? Why? Where's the fodder? This ain't gonna work. Fox is playing this like it's not CA. Still building shock troopers. Buff battle tanks? Yeah, but like, you know. Bombardment. Fox is broke. Like, they just have 0 armor. They died to mass rifles. 4 rifles or 1 shock trooper. Sam site. Yeah, 100%. I agree. Uh-oh. Yeah, I mean, that's what I was saying earlier, that oh, just saves it. Unless you have a lot of them. Yeah, I mean, you need rockets in there anyway, right? At the bare minimum. For the cost of building just a shock army, I mean, it would be awful. Get it? Shock and awe. Funny, right? Rifle shock BTR. Yeah, that would work. At the moment, Dark just has complete map control. He must be grinning like a child. Knowing that he can sort of do whatever he wants. Like capture this oil. Fox going for tech. I don't know. I like that. Long distance mining up there. Hey, rhinos? I mean, not bad. He might actually save this attack, but he needs to move the rhinos in. Like, get some squish. Are you playing Dawn of War? I am playing Dawn of War, yeah. I'm replaying it. Our enemy hides in metal boxes. They look too like thin to be rhinos. Their profilers, they're too high up. Sindri! Sindri is so damn good. Why are you gonna kill me? Because you were stupid enough to deliver bad news to the Primarch himself, and I can't abide stupid people. So yeah, no, Sindri's great. I can't remember what the lines are, but he's in one cutscene he's monologuing, being like, "Yes, I'm going to do this, and then he gets interrupted by somebody, has a conversation, and then says to himself while walking away, "Now where was I? Ah, yes, we've got to kill the rest of the guardsmen," and he's just talking to himself. I love the idea of asking yourself, "Now where was I?" and then continuing a monologue. He's so brilliant. Okay, so Fox needs to expand desperately. Dark. Why? That's a $1,200 tank you're using to scout with. $13 to $18K. That's nowhere near as bad as I thought it would be. Fox are now building rhinos. I mean, this is a bit scary, actually. Rhinos, Tesla tracks. Finally, we see rifles and rockets. And Tesla tanks, yeah, they're not designed to kill vehicles. he swapped it back over to Teslas. Stop! Rifles, please! Yeah, I think this is gonna be it. Dark's going for the kill. Those jump jets have been alive for ages. Like, 2 of them were double vet. Is Dark having fun? He doesn't want to end it. Miniature Apache's too strong. They die in 1 hit from a rocket trooper. I'm not sure you can call them too strong. Reactive armor? Oh, you're letting Soviet get late game armor tech. I'm not sure this is a good idea. Then again, Dark's just like quite far ahead. Hold the line level 2. Exos. Zone defenders. Oh no, it's not a CNC4 unit. It's shown in a cutscene in like Tiberian Sun or one of the other, or CNC3. Nah. Dark used assets from the forbidden game. He must lose. Oh, because they're so fucking fast. Do Zocom get? No, they don't. It's ARC who gets like, or no, it's a rapid reaction. You get Orca speed. Eagle, yeah. Yep. Oh, nice. But, like, the positioning's just kind of bad. And the zone defenders outdo the Tesla shock troopers. Why are they so good at attacking? Because they're from the forbidden game. Which means they do bullshit things. Wait, what? What upgrade is that? Oh, hammerheads. What have we got? Oh, we've got armor doctrine. The exosuit. First, your win rate when you build them. Aren't they just basically Wolverines?
Time to rock and roll.
Oh. Is Dark... Did Dark throw this? Did Dark throw? We've got the industrial plant. Okay, because he has no Tesla. He built a... How are these repairing? Is this repair? How did they all repair? There's no service depot.
Real tough guy.
Real tough guy. Where is the real tough guy?
Keep him coming.
Oh, he's down here. Yeah, they're kind of expensive, aren't they? I guess the fact they do light armor and heavy armor. Yeah, that SAM site is a real pain in the butt. Dark is definitely throwing the game. His production is down to just jump jets now. Orcas. Nice. Why is he not building any armor? He's got 10k! What you doing?
Time to rock and roll.
We got Tesla arcing for Fox. We've got reactive armor. We've got armor doctrine. We've got armor doctrine level 3. Whatever that means. Obviously Tesla troopers and flak armor. We start losing them to orcs, you're in a lot of trouble. Yeah, in theory, except I'm not sure Dark has a huge amount of like other stuff here as well. It's more like that was the only stuff he had on the map. Like the army values are not huge for a 20-minute game. They're sitting at, he's sitting at 10k. I think Dark's having fun and he doesn't want to end it. Maybe not. Yeah. Bear in mind, $400 a minute this gives. GDI Mammoth, Atomic Mammoth. Zone Defender, and with its defense matrix. Game's of absolutely poverty phase. It shouldn't be poverty. Uh-oh. The Orcas should be able to help deal with this when they come off. Don't you get force shield when you've got defense upgrade? Yep, full shield. Full shield. Nope. Uh-oh. Somebody remembered to use that full shield. These rhinos got away with so goddamn much. It was elite. It seemed to get a lot of damage done.
It is I, Boris.
Fox on 9 harvesters now. But the Atomic Mammoths. And look at the money earned. Because Dark hasn't expanded over here. Or really here. Like he's earned 30% less this game, 20% less this game. Which is a bit of a problem. I think Dark has thrown the game. There were at least 2 moments where he could have closed it out. At least 2 moments. Like, you knew this was coming. You literally knew this was coming. I mean, this. What are you aiming to get here? Yeah,
Hero reporting.
I'm a bit kind of stunned and shocked. GG. It's a bird, it's a plane, no, it's Dark throwing the goddamn game. But Fox with a nice comeback there. Like taking advantage of it and actually finishing pretty high. Like, you know, that was at the end, it was a well-earned win. But you know, with a lot of stuff being thrown around the map, a rocky start to be sure. I think Dark, I think we'd all agree that Dark could have won that at least at 2 points. Dark's decision, you know, Dark made the decision not to. I don't think he was, I probably thought that he couldn't win it. That was survival horror for Cute Fox, 100%. 100%. Fox had it from the beginning, no doubt. Shut up. Dark kind of threw it by not getting this and not really getting this. And by the end was on 6 harvesters to Fox's 9. And Fox kind of just stuck at it. You know, we not entirely sure why he built a mad tank. Yeah, look, oil seal paying off big time. $400 a minute. So $800 difference, right? So it probably worked out to be sort of $12,000 in difference between the two players. That oil contributed. You know, I can't remember what time he got it at. 6 minutes, something like that. 8 minutes. Yeah.
Battle control.
Well, let's see what game 2 brought. Let us see what game 2 brought. I think I have seen Kasib play, you know. I think I have seen the moniker Cute Fox. I can't remember when that would have been. Let's see if Dark can redeem himself.
Battle control initialized.
So what factions have we got? Fox going Rusher again. Dark going Eddie and getting Harbinger. This is Leggy's favorite faction. You know, obviously because of a devastator discount. But the Obliterators are very nice as well. Obliterators are very nice. Okay, I have something for this. IRL man. Devastator shit. Okay, fine. What you're watching is an infantry ape versus a sophisticated thinking man. Okay, we got some grenadiers mixed in here. Maybe something of a punishment. I don't think Dark's going to build one of those. I can forget about it. I can forget. But since I did actually say the word, I will punish myself by having a little drinky. Oh. Wonderful. Chug the owl. No. So what do we got for oils? blah, blah, blah. It's 4, right? 1, 2. No. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Both getting the war factories up. Dark a little bit ahead. Dark a little bit ahead here. But not by much. Both with a base defense out. And ready. Oh, a couple of grenadiers. But Dark is a sophisticated thinking man. And is going to leave some warriors back home. Watch, they're going to move away when the grenadiers get to there. He knows they're coming. Okay, he's trying to... Okay, he's got the plasma turret. Nerve center coming out. Really early nerve center. Doing that on 2 ref. Fox going with the 3rd ref, as is tradition. Oh, shut up. I'm not going to call him Cutie. I'll just call him Pink. Do it. I redeemed. Well, I won't call him the F word, but that doesn't mean I'll call him cute. Right. Marauders. Quite nice. With interlopers. No. Well, yes, I called him cute. But that's not the word you banned. That's not the word you banned. You banned this. Not this. You banned this. Sophisticated thinking man. So, Dark with a really quite nice eco now. And Fox. Fuck! You're calling a guy cute? Oh yeah, we've got BTRs out from Pink. And loads of interlopers. Marauders. Are they a special unit? Yeah. Okay, he sees them. 1 goes down, 2 goes down. And Pink in hot retreat. The Devourers should do some serious damage here. Ooh. They're good versus everything, basically. You could have got a Tesla. I think Cute is going to lose it if they're building shock troopers. No racks anymore. Do you just go for the MCV? I think you dive the MCV. You have to dive the MCV. And where's the reinforcements? Reinforcements streaming across the map to here. Come on, Dark, you got this, buddy. Take revenge for your loss in game 1. And there we go. That's gonna spell the end. There's the GG. Sophisticated thing, man. Now shot. That's 1-1. Q doing, I don't know why Q is going with the shock troopers when he's in trouble. Like, he had no problem building rifles, and then when the enemy's at his gate, he builds shock troopers. Questionable.
Battle control.
That was a good one.
Terminated.
A good series, one apiece. Short and one-sided. A bit like genetically sex life. Haha! Got him, boys. Dark versus Kasib. If I win a tournament, will you call me cute? Maybe, Leggy. Maybe I will. I'll also give you $50. I told Dark I'd give $50, £50, something like that. Back when he told me about the tournament. Hey, dude. Yeah, combined arms, open R8. So now we've got Hyper versus Yara. This is the last series or last pairing in round 1. Yeah, so I think the prize pool, I saw Dark wrote that the prize pool was like $120, but most of that was left over from last tournament. He said it definitely wasn't with his contribution, and I said that I would contribute $50, £50. So I kind of expect the prize pool to be like $200 at the end, but don't quote me on this.
Battle control initialized.
Anyway, Hyper versus Yara. I don't think I have any notes for either of these guys. Do I? I mean, oh yeah, I do. Cali Boy, Hyper from somewhere called Minnesota. I don't know where that is either. It sounds almost like Minnesota, but spelt really badly. But then he's American, so spelling English is tricky for him, I'm sure. He's been playing Combined Arms for about 2 years. He likes Zocom, Germany, USA, Psycore, Shadow, and then says I don't really have a main. So yeah, he plays a bit of everything. Although not Scrin looking at that. Random fact, my favorite song is Harbinger by Polaris. An additional random fact, I'm not actually from California. No, I assume he's from Minnesota. He's 22. It'll be 220 to 230 pounds of me and Matt. Awesome. English brackets simplified. Yeah. Pay you in 50 euros, dude? Really? Hyper is good. Potential top 4 finisher. Yeah. I don't know Yara at all. But Hyper I definitely do know. Not to play. No, not to play. I'm not playing, dude. I can't play. I'm too noob. But we've got a while to go. We've got 4 more. We've got 4 more sets of games, and then the final 8-player double elimination, I think. With each of the seeding games, each of the seeding rounds being a week deadline to play. Round 2 should be done by Sunday, I think. This is obviously round 1. So Yara, moving before the War Factory, double racks, interesting. I didn't look at the game times for these. I try not to look at the game times when we're in replay menu. because then you can kind of meta who's going to win and when, right? To co-sponsor. Oh, dude, that's very good of you. Thank you, man. What in the hell is going on here? This isn't gonna work, right? Might work. I don't like that flame tower placement. I would have liked to hear. What in the hell? GG. 2 episodes remaining warning. Yeah. Okay.
Battle control terminated.
It was a bit too much of a dive. He should have dived. Box wasn't there. That might have worked. He dived kind of. He dived kind of like here, right? Oh. It can't have been down there. Dived like there. If it stayed back a bit more, I think that might have done something. Every bit of proof that camo boxes are better. Literally just won a game. Camo pillboxes are the biggest scam ever. They do nothing of any value. Right, game 2.
Battle
Let's see how this goes.
initialized.
Yeah, so I mean, if he, let's say he deployed like here. No, here. He should have deployed back here, I think. And put the forward flame tower and maybe a forward racks. I paid an extra 50 credits to win. So factions, Hyper going Zocom. I would love them to be my favorite faction, but they're just kind of a bit I think ARC B. I'm not sure. No, still Talon. Pixel by pixel. Shut up. It's the first minute of the game. There's not a huge amount to talk about. Here you see the 16 pixels of the rifle of the minigunner. High fidelity flame right there. So what have we got in terms of oils? 1, 2. That can't be it, right? No, 3. There we go. We've got the sort of protection ring there. And Yara going war. Okay, after 1 ref. A bold choice. Going Harvester power. And Hyper. Yeah, we'll just about win this. But he could lose it, depending on his placement. Nah, oh, not with the reinforcements coming in. Dedicated infantry APS, yes. He might, like, he doesn't have vision, does he? Nope. He will kill this oil. So Yara's attempt at going ref. Yeah, no, don't ever like try and build both at the same time and then have them both like not build. Definitely put that on pause. Or micro your damn harvesters. Oh, he's got oils. That's why it's working. Well. Impressive. Hyper 3 ref. Going for the war factory now. Yara gonna get his 4th harvester out. And then going for a 5th. I guess he's going deep in. Okay, gets the NG out. So it will be 2 oils to Hyper, 1 to Yara. But look at this infantry blob. 3.5, almost 4k. Yara way behind in infantry. Yara's kind of gone too much into eco. And isn't building out of both racks. He desperately needs to. There's nothing in that. Dude, you're only building out of 1 rack. Why? What are you doing? You built a 2nd racks. You went heavy harvester, and you're only building out 1 rack. Fuck. That's disappointing. D. Why are you building a 3rd rack? You're not even building out of your 2nd! Thinks it's single queue. Surely you noticed the build speed, right? You have to notice the build speed doesn't change. There we go. Now he's noticed. He's still only building out of 2. But the expansion was so goddamn slow. Well, money pre-radar. Don't worry, Dark. He's only using 2 of them. Grenadiers. Yep. And his eco is so like dedicated to 1 spot. This ain't gonna work. I mean, it's close, but I don't think the tanks are gonna get that value. Ooh. Why are you trying to kill a ref? You will achieve nothing. He has another ref right next to it. All you do is waste your units. If you killed a harvester, it would have had game impact. Oh yeah, Yara's now building out 3 racks. But unfortunately, it does look like he probably just didn't realize about the racks and the way they worked. Hopefully, round 2, he will. It's okay for him. Problem is, he can't expand easily. He's gone sort of the wrong way in relation to Hyper. Warhog! A Warhog! And yeah, I mean, look at his refs, his Raxes, not bowling out of these. I mean, not that he has the money now either. There was something here. There was something here that absolutely could have worked. I feel like Yara wasn't able to take advantage of it because he didn't know what he was doing. I hope that's what happened. Because if that's what happened, then it means that hopefully he's now learned why it didn't work. And now can do exactly the same build again, but he can make it work. Yeah. Yeah, not knowing about Rax to multi-queue is a rough one. Definitely a rough one. You have him on the phone? Yeah, so are you, Hyper.
Battle control.
Alrighty. Well, that's it. That is all. Hyper, yeah, that is all 11 series. That was 5 today, 7 on Monday, so that's 12 series. Good, cool. I can count. Now, as for things to see, round 1 and round 2 matchups. Let us have a look at the thing. So, this was round 1. This was the score. As you can see there, Dark's going to make way for Sinjil, and Dark's going to make way for Gavin. So Sinjil gets 1 point. Gavin gets 0 points. Strongberg versus Milkman, 2-0. Leggy versus Gray, 2-0. Hyper versus Yara, which we just saw, 2-0. Oops versus Duke, 2-0. Korea versus Tengun, 2-0. That one was an interesting one. Korea just played very solidly. And I think versus a lot of other people, Tengun would have done a lot better. But Korea just seemed very solid. Very solid indeed. Hans versus TP. TP definitely underinvested in eco. By a massive amount. Went way too heavy on racks. Sir versus Cecile. Sir looking good. Cecile looking very fresh, very green. So not necessarily the best metric to judge Sir against. Hopefully we see Cecile sort of develop over the course of the tournament. Same with Sir. Nico versus Thunder, one of the biggest surprises to me in the entire round. Nico, certainly somebody who I would have thought would be high up. Thunder, incredibly not somebody who I thought would be high up, being relatively new. And taking a game off Nico was quite the upset. Nico in round 2 did decide to then stamp on him and absolutely tell him to sit down, kid. But yeah. And to be fair, Thunder went kicking and screaming in game 2. It wasn't he didn't just GG out early on. So that one was a very good one to see. Altera versus 2FA. I was a bit surprised that Altera went 0-2. 2FA 2FA new? 2FA one of the other new players? Yeah, he is. He's only been playing CA for 2 months. And he's an RA2 player, which means it's even harder for him. But is he playing a lot? Ah, okay. Okay. That'll be why then. That'll be why. And Cassius versus Bubbly Boo. That was they both made mistakes in the games that they lost. And hopefully they learned from it. Bubbly Boo in game 1 lost. He was paying way too much attention to a little sneak attack that he did. And then just kind of forgot to build while he was microing some bikes. Cassius, I think, had eco problems in game 2. I can't quite remember, but it was kind of a major sort of turning point, which is the reason why he lost. So it'll be interesting to see where those guys go. Round 2, Stromberg versus Oops. That sort of makes sense. Who cares versus Creo? Yes. Leggy versus Hans. Yes. Hyper versus Sir. That'll be interesting, honestly. I don't know if Sir. I would have thought Sir versus maybe TP or Tengun, but we will see. Hyper might be a bit too much for him. Cecile versus Yara. That should be a good, that will be an interesting one to see. That'll be an interesting one to see. Yara might have like picked up the nuances though, so that might not be as balanced as round 1 suggests. TP versus Grey Armor, that should be interesting to see. That'll be a good one. Tengun versus Gavin, no comment. Duke versus Milkman. Yeah. I think that, I mean, they definitely seem balanced. Turfei versus Sinjul. Sinjul's no joke. Sinjul's no fucking joke. But I don't know how much he's been playing recently. So I remember last tournament he hadn't been playing a huge amount in the lead up to it. And obviously he wasn't planning on entering this tournament. I then kind of jumped in. So he might be rusty. And if 2FA is playing a lot, then we've got yeah, Sinjul is the old blood. Yeah, 100%. And this is what I was talking about at the start of the stream. We've got 5 players who are very young and very green, like 0 to 6 months play experience, versus people who have been playing CA, Open RA, and CNC for 20 years, which is longer than. But 3 of the players are under, like, younger than Red Alert 2. So there's definitely going to be some fresh energy, high APM, quick thinking, but inexperienced players versus the knows everything, seen everything, but maybe brain and hands aren't working as fast as they used to players. Sinjul always brings out arcane strategies. Too bad he often got matched with absolute beasts that squashed him in his tracks. Yeah. Altera versus Bubbly Boo should be interesting. Nico versus Kasib. Yeah, I expect Nico to win that 2-0, but maybe not. Not comfortably. I expect Nico will come away, like, one game will be mid and could go either way, and I expect Nico in game 2 to beat Kasib. But this is just me, like, you know, being a fairground fortune teller. And Cassius versus Thunder. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know enough about Cassius. But these should be done by Sunday, I think. So if when there's like 6 done, I'll ask Dark to send them to me. And if that's like tomorrow, 6 have been done, I'll cast those tomorrow. But yeah, 3 done so far. Okay. So yeah, whenever six are done, I will cast 6, and then we'll wait for the other 6, and we'll just keep going through the rounds. Groups 24, and then it will be put into 8, and that'll be double elim. So lots and lots of games to see. But for now, that's gonna be it. I'm not gonna play or stream anything else, I don't think. So I will come back to I'll come back to some combined arms probably at the weekend. What day is today? Wednesday, yeah. Friday night or Saturday night. Hopefully we'll have 6 games done. I'll cast those. Anyway, thank you, boys and girls. Well done to the players. Hopefully there are no more dropouts or anything. You know, it's gonna go on for another 5 weeks or so, right? 6 weeks. So hopefully nobody gets ill, has to drop out. It's always annoying when that happens. But some nice, interesting games. Nice to see the new upgrade system for allies. I actually need to have a look and see what the options for that all are, because I'd never seen them before. Anyway, have a good night, y'all, and I'll see you tomorrow. I'm going to do some more Dawn of War tomorrow.